Look at this terrible start. Welcome to par 46. I'm looking at terracotta, natural terracotta.
Alright, I'm at negative 377, negative 929.
That's brutal. Alright, I'm on my way. 327, 929, both negative.
377, 929. All negative.
Do you want me to bring back some red sand? Oh, there's coal here. Should I get, like, tools quickly first?
If you want.
Do you think I can make it by night?
Oh, I think it's getting night right now.
I can hear the music, dude. It's becoming night music. What's the thing before night called?
Dawn?
Dawn. No, it's dusk. Right? Dawn's the morning. Oh, armadillos. Armadillos. And then he waddled away, waddle, till the very next day. I got one piece of wool. If I can get 2 more pieces of wool, then we're chilling. I assume you have a bed, right?
Yeah.
Alright, 2 sheep down. One more sheepy. We're chilling. Alright, you trying to sleep?
Yeah, I'm done.
I got a sheepy weepy. You said what?
1 second.
Alright. I gotta make the bed. As I'm looking at the rose bush, holding seeds in my hand. Nice. Holy shit. The creeper went off. I'm only down 1.5 hearts. Oh, a jungle. It's a jungle out there. Did you ever watch Monk? Did we talk about that already?
You said?
Monk.
What about Monk?
If you know it? Like, have you seen it?
No.
Oh, okay. I never watched it either, but that's the theme song to it. Randy Newman. Randy Newman. Hey, Randy. Hey, Randy. How you doing, Randy? You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
Man, I'm gonna eat some more cookies, man.
Hell fucking yeah, dude. Did you have milk?
I did.
Oh shit. Alright.
I'll be back in a bit.
Sounds good. Alright, guys. It's just us. We're like Bear Grylls out here. I just want to get there before. Well, now we have a bed and it's just us, so it doesn't really matter. Night shouldn't be a problem. So we got this. You said like negative 900. I see cherry blossom. Someone upstairs has a bunny. I kind of want to go meet it. But it's like, is it weird that I've been hearing the? It's not like I'm listening. It's just that I'm hearing. I want to meet the bunny. Oh, didn't lose health. Running, 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 running. Oh, we're out of Foodie Woodies. Yeah, it's... Jesus Christ. So many holes. That's clean, that's clean. Oh, some bees. Ooh. I still don't see. I feel like... I guess we're 400 away. Kerplash. I never played Kerplunk. It's a fun game with like the marbles. Supposedly it's Russian. Didn't know that. Kerplunk. Sounds kind of German. When yelling Kerplunk, what do you feel more, Russian or German? Kerplunk! Oh, I think that's it right there. I think that's it. It's that little plainsy area over the hill. Oh, right there. No, that's... Oh, creeper blew up there. Oh, oh, you got some coal up there. I assume he has coal, though. We'll see how much coal he has. My last one, dude. Oh, come on, man. That was clean. Leap of faith right there. Wait, what? Where the hell is he, bro? Oh, this is like islands, dude. Ah, there it is. Look at the hum of the boat. Oh, he's doing this thing again. It's gonna get me killed. Just need some torches. Any food in here? No. There's not a lot of coal. It's like that. Very, very interesting kind of setup here. There's also the sugar cane over there. Oh, bit of a dive. He's taking a dive. That song. If anyone can name that song, you're a real one. It's a Electric Light Orchestra. I know that much. Oh, there were animals over here. Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why I'm away for so long. I don't think that's the right song, but that's just the first one I thought of. Where did we go wrong? too many pieces of meat. That's brutal. That's fine. There's more sugar cane over here. Clean splash. Oh, not as clean. Where's our nearest source of trees? I could also kill the fish. I could eat fish. Fish. Let's try to find as much coal as we can. Nope. Hey, look, a cow. Does he have any wheat? Oh no. Right, he doesn't have any wheat, dude. How did he even get the cow in the first place? Nice. Sleeping in his bed. Sleeping with a friend. Oh, I wasted a coal. Damn it. Yeah, Foodie Woodies though. I'm gonna make an iron pickaxe, iron pickaxe, iron pickaxe. I'm gonna make an iron pickaxe. Just as a backup. And here we go. Alright, first let's get the 44. Oh, dude. I know we already have iron, but like, look at all this copper. Can't be putting a torch on a material. Cause we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. You know that we are living. Life could be a dream if I could take you up to paradise up above. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love. Oh, dude, it's right on the gravel. Oh. What's up with the copper, dude? God damn. It's got fucking 3.5 stacks of copper. What the... Alright. Oh my god. No way, dude. No way this is another vein. Oh my god. What did I stumble upon here? Jesus Christ. Well, we're gonna be making copper armor. Jesus Christ, dude. 5.25 stacks of copper. Alright. And we're off. Nice. Is this light enough? Yeah, that's light. Light enough, mate. What we really need is coal. I don't even think we're gonna be able to smelt all this friggin' copper. Dub. Iron them down. Damn it. Yo. Ooh. Maybe 4 of the worlds we've made it that far. This is world 28. I think 4 of the worlds we've gotten to day 67. Nope, getting all the trophies. I'm up to 50 trophies. Only need 85 more. Also, I know I should like try to get the trophies, and then I'll probably get a few more. What's up? My lopes are down to be up. Dude, I saw the win against San Diego State. It's totally possible. Mountain West is always hectic. It just sucks that the Mountain West is gonna be bummy next year, dude. Not as bad as the WAC, but like, it's kind of ass that like, dude, the good teams are all leaving. I guess Nevada's staying though. Nevada's a good team. Yeah, honestly, I never really went to the Temple games. I went to one. Dude, the Havoc. The Havoc is one student section. That is a student section right there. Oh, I was like, what? What? What's going on up there? See, 24 and 23. See, now we have to conserve. So put 8 in there. 64 in there. Iron. Shine bright like a diamond. We're shining bright like diamonds in the sky. And we're back. Back in the hole. Nice. He might have 4 this time. He didn't do a 5 though. And when we go back up, we can put some copper armor on. Yeah, it's good. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? That. This is a dry ass run, dude. Sorry, I believe it's early. It sounds like such a mystery song. Shabbat! So I got some coal. I trapped a cow by pushing him in. You didn't have any wheat.
Nice.
I planted mad sugarcane. And we're getting more coal.
There's no cow in here.
No way! What? Alright, something's going on with your little fence area then. Is there a gap that they're escaping through?
I don't think so.
The cows have learned how to jump over walls. This is interesting. But simple. Nice.
This is it. This is the one.
Dude, this is definitely the one. I can feel it. I can smell it. I hear water sloshing. It's sloshing around, dude.
Oh, diamond, wow.
Wasn't me.
One,
Chill. No way, it's only one.
4.
Alright then.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
I'm at -39.
Look at that. Honestly, sometimes I'll find it at a like in caves. You fall. Oh. Iron pickaxe. Yet again. Nice. What else do I need? Oh, copper armor, actually. I wanted to keep that. Do you have armor on?
Yeah, I have copper.
Alright. Dude, there was some copper mine, like down your mine, and I got 4 stacks of copper. There was so much of it. Like, annoying.
I just didn't even bother mining it.
Oh, the cow's back. But it's not inside the place. With a baby cow. Alright, how do I get it inside? You don't have any wheat?
I don't think so.
Alright, I'll just push him in. There's an Enderman here.
Yeah, I just trapped him in there.
Okay, you know what? The cow is going down the mine. Let him. I'm going for more coal. You're as cold as ice. Willing to sacrifice our love. Someone's being scolded. I hope it's not the bunny. My bunny jumped over the ocean. A little higher, a little higher. My bunny jumped over the ocean. Coal. Is it more coal? Is it better?
How much leather do we need?
How much what?
Leather?
I think 45.
It's not bad at all.
It's really not. Once you get it going early. The sugar cane is usually the bigger problem. You need like 135. But there's mad sugar cane planted. Sugar cane. Boom. What the fuck is this? The friggin' ocean? Is this an ocean? I've seen kelp and shit. Oh, for God's sakes. Well, look at that. We will go the other way. Nope. Moron. One lower. I don't know why I broke that. Imagine there was coal right there. Oh, the pickaxe has broken. I think the next investment might be stairs. Hey, take it easy, Spidey Whitey. Oh, a shield. Do you have a shield?
No, I don't.
I'm about to shield up, dude. Nice. Oh, we got a lead. Oh, we could use the lead to get the Dinkelberging,
Cows, yeah.
yeah. Oh, some of those weird Stalsatite things. I didn't make a pickaxe. Moron, moron. Hello. If this wasn't such a pain in the ass to mine. If I had that Aqua Affinity, maybe. And another right pickaxe. Collect. Yeah, dude, I think we're gonna be chilling on the sugarcane. I just got 37. I'm not gonna plant it, that's enough. That's enough! There's a cow. I will pull you in. Alright, there is officially a cow in here. So we'll see what happens with that. Level 11.
I'm just slowly breaking the tops of the mine so that we can make stairs.
Yeah, I've started to mine 5 blocks when I'm going down now. That's the... You just need that one extra. There we go. Alright, that should be good. And then... I did not make any stairs, but... I'm going coal mining again.
I'm gonna go take a piss. I'm just gonna log out so I don't die.
I like that mentality. See, we're learning. We're learning. Every day, it's a getting closer, like a roller coaster. Shout out Buddy Holly. He's only 24. Plane crash. Oh, you're unbelievable. Oh. Ding, 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 ding. Hey, it's that calcite stuff again. Stalagmite or whatever. Piss off, mate. I think we can get through this, actually. We're right on the edge of it. What? Why can't I? Oh, for God's sakes, would you get out of here, you clown? Thank you. Just because. Okay. Alright. He's a punk bitch. Stay a punk bitch. Born and friggin' raised a punk bitch. We'll explore that cave. Let me just keep going. Actually, you know what we're gonna do is, let's see what we can get this. Nothing. Alright, let's see if we can see anything initially. Nope. Interesting. Ew. Got a bow. Bow wow wow yippee yay yippee yay. No coal in here. To get some more of this. Some copper. Just because we're in a cave, you know? Are you fucking serious? Take it easy. Everything. Oh, that's a bitch. Lost my goddamn. Welcome back. Why is it when they come out, all they get is the welcome back jargon? Well, if you ask me. Keep climbing up, punk. Keep climbing up, punk. You prick.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off for a little bit.
Alright. I'll hold down the fort, dude.
I'll probably hop back on in a little bit, though.
I'll make sure.
I just want to take a break.
This world will be bussin' when you come back. Trust me.
I'm down. Alright, Matt, make your custom.
I will bust it up.
Alright, I'll see you.
See. Damn, dude. Spiders just boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. Let's spend the night together. Me and you forever. Boom, 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 boom. Nice. Got that thing. Alright. So what's that other direction? So we got this direction and then. Oh, there's nothing in there, too. Dude, look at these things. They like hurt you. We got that direction. Alright, let's go get some torches. Did not find any coal, though. But we'll come back here. I think the cave is pretty small, actually. Hey. Sleepy dipper time. Give me that. Hey, we got ourselves a bow. A bow, whoa, whoa, yippee yay, yippee yay. Really? How was that? Are you glugging over there? Oh, look at baby wolf. See? That baby wolf. See? I got a carrot. He's going for the villager. I got you, boss. Or the trader. Not the traitor. The trader. Der. Oh, that's perfect. I've been finding a lot of iron. Oh, look, the cow's still there. As of now. See how much longer that lasts. I guess we can fully lock in now. Alright. That's this place. Ew. We're good. Ow. Bumped my noggin. You fuck. You're such a fuck. Now I'm afraid it's gonna... I don't know. We're probably good. Oh my god, there's so much of it. Nice. Okay. Well, we can go... We can just stay on this one. Alright. Thing is, we still need coal. I want to go to the iron level, but we still need coal. Like a good amount, too. Alright, stairs is gonna be next. The thing is, I don't want to make stairs until I go down to diamond level. Break, break. Yummy ass turn. Any saplings in here? There's a birch sapling. Sure. Alright, we still do need coal though. Two, three, this way. Because we didn't run into any issues. Nice. Damn, that was clean. Twice in a row we got it. Yeah, skis. This is really what we're here for. Baby, this is what you came for. Lightning strikes me. Dun, 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 dun. Everybody's watching her, but they're looking at you. drowned. We near water again? I thought that we were on the edge of the water over there. We better not be near water again. Because I'm tired of it. Alright, I'm tired of it. Nice. Got him. Nice. That's so satisfying. Hey, some lapis lazuli. Still need it. Hmm. So that's like a whole thing. Turn around. Every now and then I fall apart. And I need an holiday. 2, 3. I want it to be 1 off. Well, look at that. Well, look at that. Oh, let me just get to the next torch. Something fell. Dude. God, dude. I'm back. How you doing? What do you have, by the way? Sorry, dude. Did not mean to get you into that situation there. Oh, look, a second cow. I think he just spawned in, too. I just need some wheat. of space. Raw salmon. Let's put valuables. Let's put valuables in here. Nah, man. It's raining. Alright. Only because we have a good amount of coal, I'm gonna go down to the iron level. This shit out of here. Just got a free 5 coal. That must have been the OG base. He did it at 15, 14. Hey, Wolfie's on break. On break. On break. Don't talk to me, 'cause I'm on break. Alright, we're looking for iron. Iron Man. Oh, got him. Yeah. Oh. Never know when the gravel falling reveals some. Preferably just 3, at least 3 iron. Oh! Oh! 1, 2, 3. And some more. That should, I know it's dark right now, but it should light once we get to the next torch. Yeah, it's lighting now. Oh my god. I didn't even see that. Oh, would you look at that? Ba, 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 ba. Wolf, I'm glad you're spending your break on the Crispy Bacon stream. Nice to have you. What is that, coal? Did I find coal on the iron level? Alright, I'm down. Redstone. Dude, it's diamond, not in deep slate. That's rare now. Oh, snap. You're not getting away from me. Yeah, see, yeah. Zivico. How about that for a find? Sell it 4 diamonds. We can make a diamond pickaxe. That means we gotta go to iron level, or diamond level. That means we're making stairs. It's time for stairs. Oh, the song fades in. Alright, first venture to diamond level. On the way up, we'll put the stairs. These don't feel like they're low enough. Pineapple. Pineapple. Hey, don't favor. Pineapple reminds you of vagina? I guess. That's how you know it's good, right? Hey, this shit's sweet. Woo! You want pineapple right now, or what are you trying to say? I could go for both. Pineapple actually is good as shit, though. Like the fruit. The fruit. Okay. Canned pineapple? Canned bread. They have it. I actually mess with canned pineapple. It's very sweet, though. A lot sweeter than some people's like. Hey, give me that. Or, give me that XP. Like when you get one of those fruit bowls, and you get the best is the watermelon, obviously. Consensus #1. No. But you get the pineapples in there. Sometimes just honeydew. You get cantaloupe in there. That's me. Ooh, what did you eat today? Let's see. You could always go for some breakfast food. I was in the mood for pancakes a couple hours ago. I was feeling IHOP for some reason. But what are you looking for? Are you looking for like a meal? You know, like a meal. Something salty, like a snack. Get some pretzels, some saltines, some crackers and cheese. Or are you looking for something, a meal? You know, like you want something. No. Real foodage. Okay, yeah. So like a meal, like some food. I like it. Let's see, something salty. I mean, I'm not sure what you have at your disposal. I could always something that has a lot of sodium. Some chili, some canned chili. I didn't make stairs. I'm a big fan of it. I like the chili, some chili. Have some chili dogs. How do you feel about hot dogs? I know how you feel about hot dogs, but I'm talking about the food. You could do pizza. Pizza's pretty salty. Order a pizza. Chili sound. Chili. Move around, chili, 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 chili. You don't have hot dogs. Okay. It's fine. You could do pizza. Pizza does sound good. Are you trying to order out or are you trying to cook? Because if you're trying to order out, get some pizza. Get some wings. Some pizza and wings. I could mess that up right now. What do you have at your disposal? Like, what are the options? Like, if you give me some options, like, what could you have? Pizza and chicken? You have pizza and chicken? Like, cook? You have to cook the chicken? Stop. What are you trying to say? Do you have like what kind of chicken? Chicken's pretty broad, you know. Do you have like cold cut chicken? Do you have like what do we have? 63 plus 58. 121. Perfect. Ordering. Okay, okay. If you're ordering, woo what are the options that you're gonna order from? Because you can get a lot now you've broadened the options. All right, like you feeling Taco Bell? Because I love Taco Bell. You feeling like Burger King, or you want something? You know, if you go to a pizza place, if you're gonna get pizza, don't get Papa John's, Domino's. Get a real pizza place. Get a real pizza place. Get a pizza. They usually have some wings. You can get a soda. You know, that's a nice meal right there. Oh, what? I didn't make enough stirs. Yeah, Domino's is fine. I'm just saying it. Do you want to enjoy your pizza? Telling you, get some real pizza, dude. Get some real pizza. It's so much better. But still, hey, if you want to go down, if you want to go the Domino's route, I'm not here to stifle. But still, pizza. They got wings. They got wings at Domino's. They even got the weird cheesy bread crust. They got the giant cookie thing, which I've never had, but I've always wanted. Oh, deep slate territory. Moron. Oh, I think this might actually be fun. I don't know why it doesn't feel high enough. Like, why does this not feel high? Like, that doesn't feel high enough at all. Can you take me higher? Hey, there's redstone down there. Another crafting table. All right, so what's the plan? What's the plan, Favor? What are you going with? You could get some. You could go Domino's. What are the nearby options? You know, because usually the closer it is, the less the service fee is. Try to go. With first thing I do to help me narrow down options, look up what the smallest. Are there any like dollar service fees or free service fees? Or do you have the plus thing like DoorDash Plus or Grubhub Plus? If you have that, that's clutch. But look up distance, like time wise, like how long is it gonna take? You know, like see what's near and around you, and then that should help you narrow down options. It's a weird little area you got here. I like it though. Nice and symmetrical. Alright, the goal is to get at least 3 diamonds on this run. Or at least before the pickaxe breaks. The run might end before the pickaxe due to space or torches. Torches probably not. Food if we hit a cave. But that's probably not going to be an issue. Alright, so what are you gonna get? Now I'm excited. Now I'm kind of getting food. I'm hungry. Should I go get some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, some CTC? You left me on a cliffhanger with pizza and chicken. Actually, Domino's is. Huge. This is an OG song right here. I don't know if it's OG. It might be the newer C418, like the second one. But still pretty OG. Yo, what up, Earl? Earl, you'll appreciate this. Our smoke alarms supposedly were like going off while none of us were here. It was winter break, and the firefighters came, and someone was like, "Guys, it's okay. Everything's fine." But the firefighters were still hot. I thought that was funny. Like that's such a cliche, but like, is it true? Like, I wonder. And I wonder if you know what it means, what it means. And I wonder if you know what it means to find your dream. I've been waiting all this. What? Doesn't even make sense, Earl. Doesn't even make sense in the conversation. No, that was weak instigating. Weak instigation. L instigation. Let me get this gold. I can make a clock now. I can know when it's nighttime. See, the thing is, I actually want to know when it's nighttime now because we don't have a house. Like we're just outside, so I don't want to. I'd rather sleep right when it's night so the thing spawns. What callback? I don't get it. You've worked that callback beyond death? What, about our little conversation we had? Is that what you're referring to? You just have to do it more cleverly. That wasn't, you know. Come on, like you're better than that, Earl. A callback is. Oh, like a calling back to a previous joke that you made during the set or something. You got to do it more cleverly than that. Then, if that, come on, you can't just drop it out of nowhere. I'll applaud the callback if it's done well. If it's really done well, you'll piss me off and you'll get me to start conversating. I've been waiting all this my whole life. You can overplay it. I guess. I don't know. I've never been a. I know Jay Crispy actually does find that kind of comedy funny where it's just so drawn out, but that's not necessarily. Like there's a difference between drawing out a joke over a long time and overplaying it, you know? Like drawing it out is keeping the same joke going continuously for a while. I think that's more what but not like bringing it up over and over out of context. But it can still be funny, don't get me wrong. Like sometimes some of the funniest lines in some people's sets are like when they're telling a joke and then it's funny and then they go back to another joke or they go to a different joke and then through that joke something funny comes up. Sometimes it is like written in like they planned it, but some of the funniest ones are when they don't even plan it, you know? Like some of the funniest times the callbacks that people have is when they don't even plan the callback. It's just all of a sudden through the conversation of this next joke, it's relevant, you know, so then they mention that line. That's funny. Do 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 do. Well, the good ones. But that's the thing is sometimes they don't. Sometimes the most impressive things that comedians do is think of it on the spot. And the funniest ones are the ones that they think of on the spot. And usually you can tell that they thought of it on the spot. If it's someone who's good at not laughing, like it's a comedian who doesn't like laugh at his own jokes, sometimes when you see someone like that laugh at one of their jokes, it's usually because they just kind of like they didn't just think of it, but like the way they said it was funnier than they expected. Like they can write out how they want it to go, but very rarely does it go exactly how they want it to go. And sometimes they say it way funnier than they thought that it would. Dude, Jimmy Fallon is fine, dude. My dad hates Jimmy Fallon. And the thing is, he's always had a problem with laughing during SNL skits. But the thing is, he is fun. Like, yeah, he's a good writer, dude. A lot of people think he's trash. He is a good writer. And it's underappreciated because you don't really know what he wrote. But he's been involved in a lot of SNL skits that were really funny, where he wasn't acting, he was writing. Like that's the thing is he is a good writer. Even on the Tonight Show, dude. It's just that he has this persona of just like being that like giddy kind of like always laughing at stuff kind of guy. And I don't think it's horrific. It is annoying. It is annoying and it's overdone. But I don't. But I understand what he's trying to do, you know. And the thing is, every host does that, you know. They make the guest feel more comfortable. That's their job, you know. Like they over laugh at things they don't think are really that funny. I honestly think that's what made Conan better than the others, is he didn't necessarily laugh at things just to laugh at things. He would obviously just I mean even as humans we all do it. You know, you laugh a little harder than you thought just to make sure it wasn't what are you saying about Letterman? Letterman was pretty good with like yeah, but like they still like they didn't necessarily over laugh because that wasn't the thing back then. That was older. You know, you didn't do that, but they still did. They still over laughed at times. You know, they laughed harder than they really thought it was funny. They do. They all do it. Humans do it. They didn't simp. I guess that's one way to put it. Earl, you're missing the point. Everybody does. Everybody does. They all overdo it. It's just some are better at not making it so abrupt. You know, some guys are just better at not making it so obvious. Like I'm pretty good at over laughing at things I don't think are funny, but not doing it to the point where it's like, all right, you know, like I can. But yeah, that's the thing. They all do it kind of their own style. Letterman 2 found 10. Oh, okay. But Fallon is talented, dude. Like he's good. Carson 3. Like I don't mind Fallon, but I also don't watch Tonight. I don't think any of those are very entertaining. I don't want to watch interviews with celebrities. That's not really my interest. Like I don't some dude's talking to some dude, you know. Like if it's like I'll watch some clips of like Conan's interviews with people. Sandler as a host? What do you mean? I like Sandler. You don't like Adam Sandler? What do you have against Sandler? I think he's pretty funny. He's kind of a stupid humor. You don't like Sandler? I mean, Sandler is kind of a lot of his humor is stupid, very goofy, yeah. But I mean, you know, stupid humor can be done well. It's done well a lot. You know, there's a lot of people who can pull off stupid humor. I think Jim Carrey was pretty good at it. You know, there's always a certain line where you start to. The thing is, the line is different for everybody. Everybody's line where it becomes too stupid is at a different level. So Jim Carrey does something or Adam Sandler does something that's too stupid for you. Well, it's funny to someone else. Their line is a little higher, right? So it's hard to be a stupid comedy, a goofy actor, or a goofy comedian because you have to. Well, the thing you shouldn't try to judge what the line is. You just have to be as goofy as you want. And then some people it's too goofy, and some people it's hilarious. It depends on where their line is. Stupid comedy and slapstick. Well, it's funny that because the comedy used to. It's kind of like coming back, like stupid humor. You know, like there used to be in the 1910s and 1920s. It used to be like someone hits someone in the face with a pie, and that's the funniest thing in the world. You know, like, and the comedy comes from why does he have like like that? What? Why does he have? He just got hit in the face with a pie. Like, why did he? He was in the middle of talking and a pie. It's dumb humor, but people thought it was funny because it was absurd, right? It was like, what the hell's going on? And someone gets hit in the face with a pie. It's like, I don't know, like that. That was comedy in the 20s, and that's like coming back, like with all this like brain rot stuff. It's a lot of just absurd, and like people are like, I don't get it. Well, the comedy is in how absurd it is, you know. Like I don't really, I've seen some of it, and I don't really get it either. But like, I understand to the extent of absurdity comedy is where it's like, it's so absurd and stupid, it's funny, you know. It's the same thing where people would laugh at someone getting hit in the face with a pie. Because it was just like, what? Why does he have a pot? Why is this a thing? That's so dumb. Like, and it's like funny. You know, people thought that was funny, and that's kind of like coming back. I'm not a advocate for it, but I understand. I didn't get any diamonds on that run. Michael Richards. Michael Richards isn't. I guess he is slapstick. Yeah. I mean, he. I wasn't a huge fan of his comedy. He wasn't really a stand-up comedian. I mean, I don't know if he was necessary. He did have slapstick elements to Kramer, right? He had slapstick elements. That's the thing. That kind of comedy, like Chevy Chase was pretty good at it. That's different than complete slapstick. You know, that's where you're like the clumsiness, like being that's slapstick, but it's added on with like clever wording. Like Michael Richards, Chevy Chase, they were good at using clever wording. Of course, dumb humor has always been kind of popular to an extent. But the thing is, it comes down to like there's dumb humor that's genuinely intelligent. Like it's dumb, but it's well thought out. You know what I mean? Like it's the good dumb humor takes intelligent minds to create. Like if it's just stupid and it's dumb all around, it's not going to be funny to people. But if it's simple-minded populace for dumb humor to be. But that's the thing is you're taking dumb humor to like what do you mean like by dumb humor? Like Beavis and Butthead, okay. Like Beavis and Butthead is definitely dumb humor, but you wouldn't there's definitely lines in Beavis and Butthead that are kind of funny, you know? But they lean on a lot. Like there's some lines from it where it's like, all right, that's kind of like, you know, it's stupid, but it's well thought out. That's the thing. Beavis and Butthead is there is a certain level to it because remember these are comedy writers, right? They're not just morons. They're people who are writing it and they know it's stupid, and they lean on that because that's their audience. But Jimmy Fallon is not dumb humor at all. What are you talking about? Jimmy Fallon isn't dumb humor. You just don't like it. That's he doesn't do dumb humor. You just you're just not a fan of his comedy. What? Oh man, I wouldn't say. You think his comedy is like Beavis and Butthead dumb humor? I don't think he's dumb humor. Like like the point of it, like dumb humor is it's funny because it's stupid. Just because it's stupid doesn't mean it's dumb humor. If you think it's stupid, then you just think it's stupid. But dumb humor is like the joke is it's stupid. Beavis and Butthead does have a yeah, no, dude, they're comedy writers, bro. Like yeah, Beavis and Butthead definitely has a certain aspect of like they're actually like some of them are actually funny. It's just that there's also it's just in between a lot of really stupid jokes that lean and dumb stupid humor that leans on being stupid. Bugs Bunny. Yeah, there's some stupid jokes in Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes is much more slapstick. Like slapstick isn't stupid humor necessarily. You know, like there's a lot of famous slapstick jokes. Abbott and Costello. Yeah, I see. I don't think that's there are definitely dumb humor aspects in Abbott and Costello, but you're still I feel like you're misinterpreting what it means to be dumb humor. The point of a lot of the jokes in Abbott and Costello isn't that it's so stupid it's funny. Like Who's on First is dumb humor, I'd say. Right? Like Who's on First, like it's so stupid it's funny. Like it's just dumb. Like that's an example of dumb humor. But I don't think Abbott and Costello does that a lot. Three Stooges define slapstick. Like that's a prime example of what slapstick is. But slapstick doesn't. What was I trying to? I don't know. It's hard to explain, but like slapstick isn't necessarily dumb. Bad slapstick. Like that's the thing. Like slapstick is just like physical comedy. You know, like dad jokes would be considered slapstick, right? That like that. Well, that's not physical, but like wouldn't like I guess dad jokes would be stupid. Kramer is genius slapstick. But Kramer, a lot of what makes Kramer funny is also, so that's the thing, is what is slapstick? Is it just the physical part? Because a lot of what makes Kramer funny is not his physical stuff. It is, he's good at it, but a lot of what his funniness comes from the lines he says, like his actual things he's saying. But I don't know, I would need a definition of slapstick, because I think of slapstick as like physical comedy. It's not physical comedy, you know? Not completely. Kramer's like Three Stooges is completely just physical comedy. He does have good execution of slapstick, and I think a big part of the reason his slapstick is good is because it's not overdone. You know, and I think that's why you're saying that Three Stooges is trash. It's because it's just consistent, constant. It's just happening, like that's just their whole thing. So it's not that you don't like Three Stooges slapstick, because in reality, a lot of the Three Stooges slapstick is what Kramer slapstick is. You know, it's a lot of the same kind of stuff. Slapstick is not much to it. But yeah, you don't like it because it's just so overdone. It's so exaggerated. It's so unnecessary. But that's their thing, right? They do it, they overdo it on purpose. Let me grab these walls. Like, that's just Three Stooges. I mean, I'll give a negative opinion, but the point is, well, it's not that I'm not, because that's a negative opinion is meaningless. You're just saying you don't like them. Well, wonderful. I'm giving an argument for the people who do like them. I don't like Three Stooges either, Earl. I don't watch Three Stooges. I don't sit and watch it. I'm not a fan. But I'm just giving the argument for people who do enjoy it. Like, I understand the appeal. Like, that's what their humor is. Like, you're just saying you don't like it. It's trash. That doesn't mean anything. It's not helping the conversation at all. You're just saying you don't like it. Wonderful. I'm trying to give an objective point of view. Neville Chamberlain? I don't know who that is. Is that the guy from iCarly? You'll rue the day, Carly. You'll rue the day. Is his name? Is that actually the same Neville? Is his name Chamberlain? That was not saying that. No, I'm just trying to give it an objective point of view. Like, that's just what Three Stooges is. Historical figure. Neville Chamberlain. I've never heard of him. I feel like I've heard of him. I mean, there's not that many Nevilles in the world. But I don't know him off the top of my head. Wordplay is also very, like, that's what I'm kind of trying to figure out. Does wordplay count as slapstick? Like, would dad jokes I think of slapstick as physical. But if wordplay counts, then that adds a whole other element. Oh. Google him. Google me. Freaking Google me. Right? It's just physical. That's what I'm thinking. Because then there's wordplay, you know, like that guy, Charlie Chaplin, right? Like, I shot an elephant in my pajamas. How we got in my pajamas, I don't know. You know, like, one-liner, like, it's just the first line of the joke makes you think one thing, and then the second line of the joke, it's wordplay, right? There's other classic wordplay jokes. You could argue one-liners are wordplay, but they're not all wordplay. Some one-liners are just, you know, it sets it up and then it hits it. Charlie Chaplin was also non-silent. He wasn't just silent films. He lived through the 30s. He did do a lot of, because now the silent films, that's the thing. That's why slapstick got so popular. You couldn't fucking hear anybody. So all there was the physical comedy. Nah, he did. What about Duck Soup? Was that a silent movie? I've never seen it. What about Citizen Kane? Was that a silent movie? Wasn't that in the 40s? Wasn't that Chaplin, or was that? But he still had like famous. I'm pretty sure that was a Charlie Chaplin joke. The one with I shot an elephant in my pajamas. Oh, Marx Brothers. I'm thinking of Marx Brothers. You're right. You're right. It was not Karl Marx. What was his name? Groucho Marx. That's the guy who said the pajamas joke. That's Groucho Marx is the pajamas guy. I'm pretty sure that was his thing. Groucho Marx was good with the wordplay. I don't know. What's his name? Charlie Chaplin. I guess he was just slapstick then. But I mean, there were a lot of famous like wordplay jokes, and the reality is these jokes have been around. Decent, like you mean like decent as in like clean, or do you mean like you found it decent? Because it was very decent if you mean it that way. Like it was very like that. Their comedy was the pie in the face, ha ha ha, right? Like it was back then. It was obscene to do something inappropriate. But the reality is, these jokes have been around for hundreds of years. He pantomimed a lot. Well, it wasn't all slapstick, but just silent films tended to lean on slapstick. But it was intelligent. Oh yeah, dude, Marx, dude. That's why the Citizen Kane is still considered one of the funny. That was them, right? Citizen Kane. I've never seen it. Dude, those movies, they're very intelligent. They're wordplay. Like wordplay is very like you have to think of like the reason wordplay jokes are still funny to people today is because they're clever. They're actually well thought out jokes. They're not just hitting someone in the head with a hammer. Orson Welles, not a comedy at all. Okay, well, maybe I'm just thinking of Duck Soup. Duck Soup was one of theirs, right? Shout out Orson Welles. But yeah, no, they definitely were intelligent. But once again, these jokes have been around for hundreds of years. It's just that nobody credited it to anybody. Nobody started. We didn't. Citizen Hare. I don't know. There's the only reason we started crediting things and giving people, it's because people started caring about having credit. People started caring about like. Dude, there were some very obscene scenes in Looney Tunes. They had some stuff. The thing is, a lot of the stuff that they did that's considered obscene today actually wasn't considered inappropriate then. But it was a different time. We only got 2 diamonds, dude. We need 1 more to make up for this pickaxe. We do have 1 in the chest, but I'd like to... Disgusting. I'd like to only go up in diamonds. Like, dude, we're learning about Tesla. Isaac Tesla. I've been reading a bit about him too. Dude, we totally could have had so much stuff. Like electricity could have been free. Like he was I didn't realize it wasn't actually confirmed. He never actually got to the solution of being able to get electricity through the air. But like they destroyed all of his notes and shit. Like they don't want that to be a thing. So that's wild. But there's so much stuff that like we don't need to be paying for. Like yes, dude. like he, but like Isaac Tesla, like he actually, like they found that like he, like wasn't he trying to literally say like electricity can be completely free? Like he developed the AC, the alternating current, and he was like, dude, we can have electricity for completely free through the air. And then they like destroyed his stuff, stole all of his things. They destroyed all of his prototypes because there's a huge industry. Why give people something for free when we can charge them for it? And it's an essential. They knew electricity was going to be a necessity at some point. Like they knew that like it wasn't really a necessity then. It was very new when Tesla was around. But like they knew. They knew. Musk's name. And Musk's is just he's a classic figurehead. He's a very. I'm not gonna say he's not an intelligent person. Okay. I'm not gonna go that far, but he's obviously just he's got a bunch of scientists doing work. He's an idea man. He just says stuff. He keeps the like. You understand that's like the thing, right? But you understand like the point is everyone pays attention to Elon Musk. Everyone's focused on him, what he's doing, and his scientists do their work, and the scientists that work for him and work under his companies do their work. He gets people from Europe all the time, and they just do their work without anyone paying attention, without anyone asking questions, because everyone's too focused on Elon Musk and his stupid antics. Like that's the tactic, and it's completely deceiving everybody. It's like the point is because only stupid people are believing that these promises like no he's people think he's making promises when he says that there's this cool thing that we might figure out. Do you think Isaac Tesla was making promises when he said I think we can get electricity through the air and get it for free? He wasn't making promises. He was saying that I think this is possible. It's going to take us some time to figure it out. Dude, he's been saying stupid things to keep the media attention on him so that they don't focus on the company and what they're doing. That's the entire shtick. And everyone who talks about, who only talks about these figureheads, these famous people like they do anything, they're all falling into the regime. Play a stupid. Only the very intelligent people can fool millions into thinking they're intelligent. Okay? I'm not saying he's like some uber duper scientist, but he knows what he's doing. Okay? He knows what he's doing. And he's got a lot of very smart people working for him. A lot of people doing a lot of work. The problem is a lot of the work, a lot of things that need to get done, they can't do ethically. And that not necessarily hurting people. Yeah, of course he said some shit like that. Are you really going to get upset that it didn't come true? It's controlling the media, Earl. That's the entire idea. You say the absurd things so that people focus on what you're saying. And the reality is they are working on trying to do that. They've bent fraud. Because people are paying him? Oh, he said, so we're going to have cars next year, so I'm going to give him a bunch of money. What is he, fraudulent to the investors? Yeah, that's the point, Earl. He's making these exaggerating statements, and then but they're working on it. They're obviously they're still working on it, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do figure it out at some point. They definitely are going to get up to a point where a car can go unassisted. But he just said that because he wanted people to be all. Imagine he said the same thing. It's a lie. Okay, well, you could argue exaggerations are lies. Exaggeration is a type of lie. What if he said, "Oh, we're gonna have a car that can drive itself from L.A. to New York City unassisted in 50 years"? Well, nobody gives a fuck. I'm gonna be dead in 50 years. I mean, hopefully not me, but like people are like, I don't give a shit. 50 years. But he's not gonna say that because nobody gives a fuck. He's gonna say we're gonna have it in the next year because that makes a lot of people think, and it gets people like you talking about him. Oh, he's lying. I just spit everywhere. Oh, he's lying. He's wrong. He's just saying bullshit. That's crazy. That's crazy. And then people are like, yeah, it didn't come out in a year. I'm not saying it's okay to lie. I'm saying that's like what? Oh my God, Earl, you're such a moron, dude. The whole shtick that they're doing is that they lie, they exaggerate, they say things, they say absurd things that they might think are true. It's not necessary. Is it a lie? All right, Earl, here's a philosophical question. Is it lying if you think it's true? Does that still count as a lie if you thought it was true? Right? Like, they can say all the bullshit things they want. The point is, their whole job is to get people to talk about them, to get people to be constantly thinking about them. Why do I only have 3 diamonds? Was there a diamond that I should have looked around for? You're distracting me, Earl. Like, it's not that it's okay to lie. It's that they're fucking doing it and you're falling into their whole regime. It's not just you, Earl, alright? It's a lot, millions of people have fallen into it. Some people think that they're telling the truth. Some people follow them and praise them. Some people say these guys are fucking morons who just lie to you. They're everyone's, and in the fact that you would hate on some, what if someone came in here and said, I love Elon Musk? What if someone came in here and said, I think Elon Musk is a genius? You'd probably hate them, right? What if someone came up here and said, oh, I like Donald Trump? You'd probably hate them, right? That's the fucking point. They want you, they have this whole culture of two sides, this dichotomy culture where there's 2 different sides. One side says, I like this, and one side says, I like this. I hate people who think this. I hate people who think this. And no one actually wants to have a conversation. People just go to people who, oh, I like Trump. Oh, you're a disgusting piece of shit. I don't want to talk to you. I don't like Trump. Oh, I'll talk to you. So, and it's pathetic. They've been doing it since the 80s, bro. Creating these 2 sides of everything. And the thing is, you are an intelligent person, Earl. But just like so many other intelligent people, you're falling into the bullshit regime of the smart people are right, the dumb people are wrong. Don't listen to the dumb people. They're stupid. The smart people are the only ones that matter. And it's like, that's the fucking problem, dude. What are you talking about, Earl? The problem is... Oh, I'm out of torches! Dude, the biggest fucking problem is that we're not getting anywhere. Because all the smart people say, the stupid people are too stupid for me. And all the stupid people say, well, fuck the smart people. They think they're so smart. And then the stupid people group up and the smart people group up. And then the smart people don't teach the stupid people. They just call them stupid. It's like we're never going to get anywhere if we just keep saying that I'm right, you're wrong. And this is the exact problem, right? It's like you hate Elon Musk. What is it? Dude, don't forget about Elon Musk. Fuck the guy. I don't know. No, I don't fuck the guy. But like, he means nothing. He doesn't do anything. And obviously he's doing something, but stop worrying about him. He said a specific thing he knew to be untrue for his own profit. That's a lie and it's wrong. You have never... Okay. So he said that we will have cars that drive from LA to New York in 1 year, and that made people invest. That gave him a profit, right? That's what you're saying? Because he said that, and now he started making a profit because people believed in him, so they started investing. And then the thing didn't come out in a year. Even though they're working on the exact thing he's talking about. He lied. He exaggerated and said that we would have it in a year. And they didn't have it in a year. But it's still something that they're doing. The point is, if he said 50, he lied for a profit. So, okay, yes. He's a fucking marketer, Earl. Welcome to the goddamn world of business. Business isn't about ethics. Business is about making money. Welcome to capitalism. But the problem is, you're hating on Elon Musk. Look at what the company's doing. Look at the scientists that are actually making a difference. Look at the people actually trying to do something good. And I'm not saying the company's a good company. I don't know what they're necessarily doing. I don't know what's underneath. Because the problem is, some of the greatest scientists of all time have to do things that aren't ethical. Not have to, but choose to do things that aren't ethical. Because it gets them what they want to do, right? Some of the greatest scientists of all time don't give a fuck what you think about them. They don't care if you don't like them. That's kind of what makes them some of the greatest scientists. They do what they think will get to the results that they want. They follow the scientific method and just do it. And they don't give a fuck if it's hurting your feelings. They don't care if, oh, I lied to you. Actually, no, the lying part is the business people. The product was a year out. It would be very far in development. I missed what you said. All I'm seeing is like Hitler did, so let me read what you said. How do I do this? Why is this a process? Alright, what did you say? Oh, Earl. You got me going. You got me going, Earl. Okay, you said if a product was a year out, it would be far, very far in development. The fact it's 10 years later means it wasn't at that point when you lied and said it was. Okay, so what did Hitler do? I'm not saying it justifies it, Earl. I'm not saying that this Elon Musk is a great guy. Fuck Elon Musk. I don't give a fuck about him. The problem is you're talking about him. The problem is you're complaining about him, and that's what he wants you to do. You're still spreading his name and his message. That's the fucking point. I'm not justifying what he's doing. He's just a fucking dude. And you're fucking falling into his bullshit regime because he's getting you to talk about him. He's getting you to talk about what he's doing. Like, that's the point, Earl. Tesla, yeah, I don't care about Tesla. I would never buy a Tesla. I would never let a car drive for me. I don't care if that's a feature. I would never trust a car to drive for me. The only time I would use the feature is if let's say I had to send a text or something. But trust me, if I'm ever turning on the self-driving feature, I am fully focused on driving still. Not fully, but like I'm still paying attention. I would never trust a self-driving car 100%. I would always be like, that's not, it's like they're just trying to find new advancements, dude. They're scientists, dude. They're just fucking scientists trying to think of the next cool thing. What can we do? Right? Like, what if we can make a car fly? What if we don't need roads anymore? You know how much money we would save? Do you know how much money would be saved if we can stop using roads? If we can stop having to waste money on road development and road repair? If we could think of flying cars? Like, do you know how much better that would be for society? But we can't just start doing it if it's not safe, right? Like, there's obviously, like, we'd love to get there, but these are the baby steps to getting there. Like, there's so much stuff that scientists are trying to figure out, dude. But earlier you're saying I'm perfect. Musk knows what he's doing. Yes, I didn't say he makes a. Well, first off, he doesn't make any product. Okay, I didn't necessarily say he makes. I don't know if he makes a great product. If I said that, then I misspoke. I don't know his products. I don't use Tesla stuff. All right, it's like $1 million. I don't use his products. Okay, but he does know what he's doing. He knows very well what he's doing. You're trying to say he's a moron, and I'm saying that's false. His only genius is selling his lies. Yes, yes, sure. I don't know what else he's doing. You've never met the man. I've never met the man. I'm not going to talk about who he is because I've never met him. Okay? I don't just read what I see in the media because smart people control what people think about them. Smart people know what they're saying when they say it. Obviously things will always slip through, but he knows what he's doing, and he's making a profit. But it's at a certain point, Earl, it's not about money. It's about power. Okay, well that's the first time you've mentioned that he's the world's greatest con man, and I can agree to that. Sure, maybe he's a con man. Earl, he's you got to understand that after a certain point, money means nothing to these guys. They have so much money. It's not about money. It's about power. It's about control, and it's about as how much control can they have, right? And controlling the media is the most important aspect of control because it's the strongest. Oh, a Nautilus shell. Like they only want more money because they don't want to have less money than someone else. They don't. It's not about the money though. There's a cow over there. Should I get that cow? I need torches. Controlling the media is But see, you're underestimating what controlling the media is. You're underestimating how much media that has control. Controlling the media isn't necessarily about people agreeing with you. Controlling the media is about striking a nerve. It's not a noble thing. It's just what has been the dominant form of power in the entire world. Controlling the media isn't about getting people to agree with you. It's about getting people to feel emotional. Because once people start thinking emotionally, they stop thinking rationally. I don't know what happened in Greenland. I don't pay attention to stuff. I heard there was some like press conference where Trump sounded like a moron. That's what the headline said, but I'm assuming they don't like him, so. Controlling the media is about leveraging. Yes. What? Yes, but okay. Yeah, it's about leveraging power, but I'm saying to control the media, you have to lean on the emotional side of people, whether it's making them happy, whether it's making them angry, whether it's making them sad, it doesn't matter. As long as you appeal to the emotional side, you can control people. Like, the media is, uh, the common misconception is that you don't want if the media doesn't know anything about you, then the media can't control you. But it's the opposite. Or not the opposite, but what about the effect of doing it? Yeah, controlling the media. Well, controlling the media isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's about what they do with the control they have. That's the issue. People have been controlling the masses forever. Some of the greatest leaders from 2,000 years ago, they had complete control over people, but they used it morally, you know? Some leaders, some people who control the media use it morally. Well, yeah, yes. A lot of these people are doing it badly. The reality is, I don't think either of us really know what they're doing. We just don't, you know. What happened in Greenland, though? What happened in Greenland? Humor me. Getting me to tune out? I'm Earl, you think I tuned out because I don't like it? I tuned out because I don't give a fuck. None I love to talk about this stuff, but what do you mean tuned out? I guess I see what you mean actually. I see what you mean. Nah, you know what they have tuned out. A lot of intelligent people will have tuned out because a lot of intelligent people have accepted the fact that they like a lot of very very intelligent people who could make a difference have accepted the fact that it's too dangerous, it's not worth it, and they'd rather just live a virtuous happy life than try to fight for it. They'd rather just live with a loving family, have food, and they're smart enough to know that it's an extremely dangerous thing to do. That's why it's very, very honorable when people stand up for what they believe in because you're risking your life. Martin Luther King, Charlie Kirk, Malcolm X. I wouldn't say there's nothing you can do, but it's just that we're at a point where you kind of have to just understand what's going to happen. You have to understand what it's doing, and you have to realize that, you know, we're not just going to have this all of a sudden swing. Yeah, you could speak up. You could speak up, but how many people are going to listen to you? Hey, Earl, I respect what you're doing. I love it. I just think that you have a very populist mindset where you kind of want you want this what's it called? Radical change. Radical change isn't the answer. That's the problem. And that's what's frustrating. Is that true change that's actually going to make a difference is going to be after we're dead. It's going to be generations later. Oh, you've definitely enlightened me. I don't know what define enlightened, but you've taught me things, Earl. Well, you didn't say anything about radical change, but the way you're talking, it sounds like you want radical change. sounds like you would totally get behind someone who would cater to the populist movement and want radical change. And we all want, of course, we want these things to radically change, right? But that's not the answer. It doesn't solve anything. Radical change just satisfies people for the generation. Look at the 50s, 60s, and 70s, dude. It satisfied a generation. People stood up and then they silenced them. That's you. Are you serious? You wouldn't want radical change? You think that we should take it slow? Because if you thought that we should take it slow, then why are you freaking out on these dudes, bro? We should just take it. Just accept the fact that this is what's happening now. People will slowly get better. Like, bad things are going to happen, but solutions can only be found through problems. Right? We're going to have issues and we're going to solve them. There's a lot of people trying to solve the problems. I just want food and a house. Recognize, but see, that's the problem, bro. We don't know these people. You don't know who the good guys are. You don't know I know you want to think that these are the bad people. Right? You want to think that these are the bad people, but you've never met them and you don't know what's going on, Earl. Are you involved because I honestly think that there's 100 to 500. Oh my God, Earl, you don't understand. You have to understand how ignorant we are as humans. There's so much that we don't know, and if you assume that you know things, information and research, you can do as much information and research, but you can't information and research someone's brain. So you're not ignorant, Earl. You're going to say that you're not ignorant. The most ignorant thing anybody can say is that they're not ignorant. Everybody in the goddamn world is ignorant on something. Everybody has a certain level of ignorance. Everybody, it's just a natural human thing. We don't know everything. And if you assume that you know things, you're going to miss the things you don't know, and that's what's going to get through the cracks. There's so much that we don't know. There's so much that we don't understand. And even people who do understand, there's so much that they don't understand. Everybody has a certain level of ignorance. And if you can't accept that you're ignorant, then you're never gonna see through people's bullshit. Because they're gonna lie to you because they want you to think they're liars. There's people who will do that. They want you to be mad at them. They want you to hate them. Because that's their shtick. Like, there's people who will do that. And if Trump was convicted by 2 juries unanimously for sexual assault and rape, are you saying, without looking into his eyes? I mean, I'm not saying he's a good guy, but as much as he was convicted, right? So but like, how much, you don't understand how powerful he is? Because Earl, it's never happened that someone lied about a sexual assault allegation, right? Once again, now you're going to freak out and say that I'm justifying him. I'm not. Okay, I'm not, that's not what I'm doing. But you have to understand that you don't know these things, right? Right? Sure, he's a terrible human being who's a piece of shit. Unanimous juries, yes, because juries have never been paid off. Juries have never been swayed, right? Like, I know I'm getting conspiratorial, right? This is very conspiracy theory kind of bullshit. But the point is, there's so much that gets past it, right? Unanimous juries. It's never happened that a judge didn't agree, but they said, you're not going to agree, we're going to ruin your fucking life because you're the only one that doesn't agree. I'm way out on a ledge, right? It's never happened that there was one judge or one person on the jury who didn't necessarily like it, but they said, what the fuck is wrong with you? If you don't do this, you're going to be off the jury. It's never happened. It's never happened that a jury was curated with people that they wanted on the jury. It's never happened that someone who said something they didn't like, that wasn't going to go their way, wasn't kicked off the jury. Right? That's never happened. Like, you're acting like these aren't rational possibilities. But the point, I'm not saying that he didn't do the things, right? He probably did, just like most people in power. There's probably people that you think are amazing people who are disgusting people, right? But the point is, it's not just him. It's so many people that I don't think the people that run the world are anyone that either of us have heard of. You still act like these are the people who make all the decisions. just because they're the ones in the media. Politicians are media figures. Like, the people who make the decisions in this world are people we've never heard of. They're people who are all over the world working together. Like, let's take this point by point. What's the first point? Here, I'm gonna open the thing too, just because some of the I feel like a very long piece of text is incoming. Have a discussion without going off on tangents. I do go off on a lot of tangents. I do. I will. I feel like you go on tangents too. Okay, that is a problem I have. I do go on a lot of tangents. I'm all for controlling the tangents. I'm here for it. Dude, I have a professor who goes, like, she said, like, you know, some people say that they go on tangents. This professor, she's awesome, but she literally goes on tangents. It's like, it's funny how hardcore her tangents will be. Like, like, dude, I have two professors like that. Like, all of a sudden, he'll just start looking stuff up. It's like, he starts looking another thing up, looks another thing up. Just constantly going on a tangent. I love it too. Like, dude, because I feel that. You know, you're just curious and you want to think about something. I have the chat open here, so I can see what you're saying fully. What's the first point? You said take it point by point. No tangents, point by point. I'm ready. Okay, so first off, assuming you believe I am accurately conveying the jury verdict facts. Okay, yeah, let's say the jury is genuinely true. I can agree to that. That's rational. Do you think Trump almost certainly committed the sexual assault? Let's say, assuming that the jury all genuinely looked at the facts and believed it, then yeah, it seems like that would make complete sense, right? All the evidence is, like, this is assuming that none of the evidence is fabricated, right? This is all truthful evidence. This is all verifiable, right? Assume all the evidence actually happened. Then sure, he did it. It's a rational belief to think that he did something like that. A lot of people in power do things like sexual assault. Because sexual assault sounds really bad, but in reality, it's just using your power, you know, like, some sexual assault isn't necessarily horrific, but it's just wrong and illegal, you know. And some of it is horrific. But, like, some people are just like, what the fuck is wrong? Like, you know, you go up to someone and say, yeah, you're a bad bitch. Oh, thank you, but I prefer if you didn't call me that. Fuck you. I want to fucking... You're a bad bitch, right? Now this is sexual harassment, right? And then you grab her arm. Now you could argue that that's sexual assault, right? It didn't escalate any more past that, right? But you could argue that that's sexual assault. I don't know if... Yeah, right. I don't know. By the way, there's also video you saw yourself where he said when he didn't know he was being filed, I just grab him by the pussy, I can get away with it. I did see that, yeah. He did say that. Now that seems like something to ignite media, right? Why would you say something like that? To get people to ignite the media. Can he do whatever he wants? To an extent. And there's a lot of people like that. He has a lot of power. People in power can do all sorts of things. Okay, yeah, so I was not trying to say that he didn't do it. I completely believe that Donald Trump raped and sexually assaulted somebody. It's very rational. What's your next point? I think you're taking a lot of my points as if I'm making a claim. I'm simply saying that there's another side of the story that you're ignorantly avoiding, saying that it's not possible. Is there any way you can morally say that it's okay? No, of course not. That's a very different question from what we were talking about. Of course it's not morally okay to sexually assault or rape someone. Morally? What the fuck? Of course that's not. What? Like, what kind of question is that? Is that the entire argument that you've been trying to make this whole time? Oh, I think I see. Okay. Next point. You're trying to say he's a bad person, right? Is that your overall point? Wait. You already agreed that you think he did it. What? What 180 did I do? I didn't say I did a 180. What? What are you talking about? What was the 180 I took? I already agreed that you think he did it. I think it's very rational to say that he did it. It makes complete sense that he did it. And it's very, very... I didn't say I agree that he did it, but it makes 100% sense. It's an extremely rational conclusion that he did it. And I would not be surprised if he did it at all. Correct. Yes. How did I do a 180? When did I 180 from that? Don't start up. Don't stuck. I did it for 180, baby. If you don't wanna see me, listen with somebody. You keep going back to it's possible. Earl, the point is, you weren't there. Okay? I'm saying it is completely rational, and I would not be surprised if he did it at all, and it makes complete sense. Especially because 2 juries obviously went through evidence and seemed to say that he did it. Yes. But you're assuming that neither of us are ignorant. You're assuming that you're completely avoiding the possibility of complete ignorance on the entire topic. Like, do you really not think that you can be ignorant at times? Because if you do think that, then that's an example. Like, and obviously, this example, like, I'm not gonna say he didn't do it. All right? Yeah, he probably did. Okay? It's like, come on, he's a fucking piece of shit in power. Well, that's the problem. Earl, you're forming opinions on stuff you didn't witness yourself. I do. You're saying I can't insist on witnessing everything Sorry. You're saying I can't form opinions if I insist on witnessing everything myself? Earl, that's exactly the only time you should form an opinion is when you witness it yourself. Why are you witnessing opinion? Why are you forming an opinion on something you didn't witness yourself? No, I did not work out today. All right, Jay Crispy. That's moronic. It's moronic to only form opinions based on what you witnessed yourself. Are you serious, Earl? I'm not saying it's... I think it's fine if you want to form opinions without witnessing it yourself, sure. But I do. I form opinions. We have had this discussion before. Because I genuinely form opinions based on what I've witnessed. I don't like to form opinions on people without knowing who they are. I don't like to. And the thing, it happens, right? We all do it, right? You think about someone a certain way and you never really met them. But I don't like to form opinions on people or subjects before I truly, or subjects is different, but before I've experienced them. If I've never met the person, like, I'll hear people talk shit about someone. They're a piece of shit. Fuck them. It's like, okay. And then they get all pissy at me when I like advocate for them. Thoughts on Jesus? I never met the guy. Honestly, from what I've read, Jesus was a pretty good dude. Other people say Jesus was a piece of shit who, like, raped people and, like, enslaved people or some bullshit. I've read that some people say he's a great guy. I've read that he's a good guy. Most of what I've read says he's a great guy. I've never met Jesus. I don't know who he is, but it sounds like he did some crazy shit. It sounds like he did let himself get killed. He voluntarily allowed them to persecute him, like he didn't resist. But we don't know him. No, I didn't form an opinion on Kamala. I don't know who she is at all. Kamala Harris? She's a politician, dude. What are you talking about, bro? He's our Lord and Savior. Alright, Jay Crispy. Jesus is our Lord and Savior. Maybe he is. I never vote. I did vote. I probably shouldn't have voted because I'm not educated. I'm not educated on it enough at all. Streamer probably votes red because he's a red. All right, Jay Crispy, you're not helping. You're not helping. According to your credo, what is credo? Credo? You should never. What does credo mean? You should never vote unless you personally meet each candidate. That's the thing. I probably shouldn't vote because I'm not. Well, not because of that, but I'm saying I shouldn't vote because I'm not really educated on it enough. But then people are like, "Why didn't you vote? Why didn't you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why didn't you vote?" Because I don't think I'm educated enough on either option. Obviously, the right answer is this. It's like, okay. And then you make a counterpoint, and then they're like, fuck you. Vote for the Libertarian Party. Dude, hell yeah, dude. Vote Libertarian, man. Nobody gets anything. Everybody goes and lives in log cabins, and everybody's happier. Go back to survive and advance. Survival of the fittest. Also, Earl, you don't vote on candidates based on the person that they are. You vote on candidates based on what their, like, right, the organization that follows them, the policies. It has nothing to do with the person they are that you vote for them. If you're voting based on the person, then that's a problem because that's all a facade. It's all a bullshit facade. They're politicians. I don't think it's right to form an opinion on someone unless I've met them. But you don't vote for someone because of they're a nice guy. You vote for them based on libertarians definitely prefer caveman times. Well, no, libertarian is just like hardcore. Libertarian is like hardcore capitalism, right? Like that's libertarianism. Like, you know what? No government, everyone, very, very limited government. Government should, honestly, I lean towards the government should just give people food. The government should give people houses. The government should give people water. The government should give people clothes. And that's it. Fuck off everywhere else. Federally, at least. You could have. So that's pretty libertarian. See, that's the thing. That's a very libertarian mindset, but that's also called communism and socialism. I do think the world would be pretty beneficial if people just were given food, a house, and then, right? I don't know. Then some people say that would fail miserably. That's very libertarian. That's extremely limited government. What? Isn't that what libertarian is? Just like no government. Communism says the government does everything. We share everything. I don't think we should share everything. I think everyone should. I think people should just get food and a house. So you would vote for an SAer as long as they give you a tax cut. Oh, God damn it, Earl. It's more than just taxes. What a fascist, oh, for God's sakes. The government should... See, that's the thing. Libertarians say we should have limited government. I say, oh, we should have... the government should be limited, but it should just give us food and a house and water and everything that's needed to survive. And then people say that's communist. But then communists are like, yeah, we want to control everything. See, why can't we have a middle ground? Why is communism says control everything? If you don't like the food they give you, what's your problem? They're giving you ingredients. If you don't like the food they give you, put some spices on it, man. Cook it up, chef it up a little bit, huh? What? No, you're the ones calling me communist and fascist, all right? I'm the one saying that what I think the government should give us food and a house and water, and I think it'd be beneficial if they pissed off everywhere else and you could make as much money as you want. The government doesn't give us food, not a genuine like they give us like you could go and get as much food as you want. Like we have more than enough money to do that, right? And then everything else is just run. People can make their own businesses. People can make as much money as they want and do whatever they want. Yeah, right? Capitalism, very libertarian. Food stamps, yeah, but food stamps, you don't get as much food as you have to like qualify for them. You shouldn't have to qualify for fucking food. It's food, you know? Sorry, you're not poor enough to have this. You're gonna have to find another way to get food. You're just gonna have to starve until you get, or just get poorer. Earl, oh my God, Earl. The government has food that anyone can go to. But if you want to go start a restaurant, a Michelin 3-star restaurant, or like this is the problem. You're jumping to that. If you want to go start a restaurant and say, "Hey, we have better food. We have way better food than the government food." Then you can right, all right, hold on. If you want to go start a 3-star restaurant, you can. And you can say, "We have better food." And people are going to come and give you money because you have better food. Or you can just go get the normal public grocery store food. It's not saying that you can't start a restaurant. That communism says you can't start a restaurant. This idea, if the government, the idea isn't that you can't make a business, Earl. You can still start a business if you want, and if you offer a good product, people will pay for it. In what way? Like, how did you jump to anyone can eat out at 3-star Michelin restaurants? Like, what? You just jump to these conclusions, bro. They can get as much food as they want from the government, Earl. They can get as much public grocery store food. It's not the best food in the world, okay? If you want to pay for a chef, a 3-star chef, if you want to pay for a Michelin 3-star chef food, then you do have to pay for it. But there should be a certain amount of food, a certain level of food that all humans should get because they're human beings. I'm making this up as I go along. Earl, you're trolling. You're just being a piece of shit right now. You're just trolling. I've been making the same point over and over. It's not what, but food stamps aren't public grocery stores. Food stamps are money that you can use at businesses. I'm saying that there should be public grocery stores that actually have food. Clam it. I'm saying that there should be places you can go to go get food. Public grocery stores. Nothing to do with, like, what? Food stamps are they're not it. You can go to the wild and hunt a boar, and you can go and cook it yourself. That's what the libertarians say. Figure it out. All right. So the government should take our grocery stores rather than supporting private commerce by having them sell it and giving out food stamps. Why would we want the government? God, Earl, what are you talking about? The government doesn't take all the grocery stores. Other people can start their own business and have a grocery store that they can say is better food. I'm saying that there's a specific type of grocery store that is the government. It doesn't mean all grocery stores have to shut down because the government owns the grocery stores. They just have their own grocery store, the public grocery store. Stop and Shop can keep selling their food. Aldi's can keep selling their stuff. And if people want to go there and get stuff from there because it's premium or whatever, they can. Like, what? You can... Yes, Kroger can stay. Whatever the... I've never even heard of Kroger. Kroger stays, Earl. Just because there's public grocery stores doesn't mean that you're not allowed to have your own grocery store. Like, what are you talking about? You can still have private commerce, but still give people food. God. What is a straw man argument? I don't know what that means, and you keep saying it. Why should they start any grocery store? That's inefficient as hell. Why should they start a grocery store, Earl? You're really asking that. You're the one who's so against all these giant corporations, and you're asking me why they should start a public grocery store? How is that a logical fallacy? Oh my God. What is a straw man argument? I actually don't know what that is. What fallacy is that? How is them starting a grocery store inefficient? The point of the government starting a grocery store is to give food to people so that anyone can go and get food. If you want better food, if for some reason you think you want to go to Stop and Shop and get that food, you can. That's when what? Like, I don't understand what you're saying. Private commerce is still a thing. Like, I'm still saying capitalism is a thing. Food stamps, much more efficient to give out food stamps and let private businesses run the grocery stores. Like, okay, so you're saying just give food stamps to everybody. But the point is, you shouldn't have to pay for food. People should be able to get food to a certain extent. It's food. It's a human, you need food to live. Like, the point I'm saying, so if you want to say, instead of creating your own grocery store, we create food stamps for everybody, but then everybody should be able to go and get food stamps. But the problem is, private businesses would never go for that. Because then private businesses then everybody would be getting food stamps, which is why I should say you should have a public grocery store. Because if you give food stamps to everybody, private businesses will be running out of business. But if you have a public grocery store, private businesses will have to adjust. And private businesses will adjust, because that's how it works. They will start selling things that public grocery stores don't have, like toilet paper. That would be something that, when I say public grocery stores, I mean just food. Okay, if we start doing public grocery stores, things like Aldi's and Stop and Shop would have to start selling more products that aren't food, because food is already, people already have food. So, I mean, I guess I see what you're saying. Give food stamps to everybody, but private businesses would never go for that. Will the public grocery store have The public grocery store will have maybe. They probably would have jasmine rice and chicken breast. The public grocery store would have foods that are very, very high production. Why aren't you giving food stamps to everyone? Only people. But that's the problem, Earl. Because there's some people who have enough money to afford food, but they have so much else going on. Right? They have enough money for them to get food, but what about their 12 kids that they have? What about the family that they're trying to raise? Right? And now they shouldn't have to worry about food. There's other things that they can spend the money on. The bills, other things. Food shouldn't be a worry. Not to everyone, only people who... You're only allowed to have 11 kids. What the hell? Everyone should get food. Everyone should get food. Okay? I'm trying to think here. Alright? And then people yell communism, and it's like, it's not communism. Okay? I'm still advocating for private businesses in every way. I think private businesses are very, very useful. Junk food. I don't know. I think it'd be interesting what public grocery stores would have as a stock. I think they would have whatever's mass production. Because obviously they're being funded by something. They'd be funded by taxes, right? And I'm not saying let's raise the taxes to fund public grocery stores. There is more than enough money in taxes already to fund grocery stores, okay? There's a lot of stuff that the government pays for that they don't need nearly as much than food, okay? I'm not saying raise taxes. I'm saying use the tax money there's definitely enough tax money to be paying for grocery stores, public grocery stores. So what food they had would come down to whatever they could do. Nah, Earl, I love this conversation. Whenever I get heated, that means I'm into it. I don't get heated very often. You don't like corn. Hey, you don't have to get the corn. It's fine. You don't have to. You can choose what you would like to get. Okay? There's not going to be like a set meal that everyone has to eat. It's a public grocery store. There's set products that they have, but you can do whatever you want. Get creative as you want with the products they offer. All right? Probably. There probably will be American cheese. I wouldn't be surprised if there was American cheese. That was scary. Twinkies, I don't know. I'm not going to lie, they probably will have more healthier options rather than junk food. You should simulate the M Crispy World order on one of your games. Like, you have such little faith in humanity, Earl. You have such little faith in humanity. Like, I'm not saying communism. Like, I don't know why you think private businesses are, like, I'm still advocating 100% for private businesses, dude. And, well, I don't think any world would be good if it was one person's ideas, Earl. If it was just my ideas, the world probably would crumble. Because the whole world is decided by many different people's ideas. How is that a straw man argument? Obviously, if it was one person making all the decisions, shit would fall apart. You need multiple people to argue. Like, what the fuck is a straw man argument? Oh my god, Jay Crispy, don't even start that. Don't even start that. That was Earl's dumbass argument earlier. We're getting there, we're getting there. I don't know what that means. I'm asking, how is that a straw man? I want you to explain what it is. What is a straw man argument? Yes, how is it a straw man argument? You just keep saying straw man argument, but you're not explaining how. If you explained how it's a straw man argument, then I would understand what a straw man argument is. You want me to look it up because you can't explain it? Can you not easily explain it in like 10 words in one sentence? Explain what a straw man argument is in one sentence, bro. Like, can you not do that? It's a fundamental thing in I'm gonna Bing it just because you said Google. I'm gonna Yahoo it. All right. I wouldn't do it justice. Okay, fine. We're gonna look up what a straw man argument is because it might be something I understand. I just don't know the term. Okay, if you just explained it slightly, I might know what you mean. I've never heard the term before. A straw man argument is a logical fallacy where someone misrepresents, exaggerates, or distorts an opponent's actual argument, creating a weaker, fabricated version, the straw man, that's easier to attack and defeat, giving the false impression that the original position has been refuted. How have I been doing that? I'm taking your argument and I guess I broadenize sometimes. Fuck off. I guess I do broadenize sometimes. So so now that I know what it is, let me see what you were saying was a straw man argument. Earl. When the fuck did I ever say, why are you against private businesses? I did say at some point, aren't you the guy that's against big corporations? Yeah, sure. I was just bullshitting. Okay, I was just saying that. Yes, go clip it. I said that you were against private businesses. I asked you, why are you against private businesses? When have you ever said that you're against private businesses? Like, what? That's never been an argument that I've been trying to make. I don't think you're against private businesses. The problem that I was having before is that you think a public grocery store is going to devalue. I don't think you're against private. When did that happen? That's not an argument I've been making. The problem before that you called a straw man. all right. The problem before was that I said that we should have public grocery stores, and you said that would. Why should we have public grocery stores when there's already private businesses? And I don't think that makes sense because private businesses can still function with private. Like I. Here, Benjamin. Come on, dude. I'm done, dude. I'm done. I'm gonna go get a water bucket. This is so annoying. You're against private businesses. They insist. Private businesses do insist on themselves. I never said it was bad because it would keep private business from front of me. You did. You said that. You said that. Why don't we just keep private businesses? Wait, hold on. You said that we should just instead do food stamps. You said that instead we should just give everybody food stamps and then they can go to private business, let the private businesses run the food. But then I'm saying they would never go for that because why they wouldn't agree to that. So we need public grocery stores where people can go, but you can still have the private grocery stores, private business grocery stores. They can still do their thing. They just would have to adjust to society. It wouldn't be a problem if they didn't. The private businesses definitely insist upon themselves. How's Mom Donnie doing? Is he doing anything? How's New York City? Has it fallen apart yet? What do you mean by that, Earl? Bill Gates doesn't want food stamps. Bill Gates is gonna go to Michelin restaurants. He's not gonna fucking waste money on a public or waste. He's not gonna waste his time going to a public grocery store. They don't want food stamps. They're not gonna get food stamps. You have to go and get food stamps if they're gonna be available. Come on, dude. This shit's never gonna fucking finish. Oh, we're getting there. What am I streaming in now? Is this not 1080? I don't know what I'm streaming in. But that's not the thing, Earl. That's not the thing, Earl. Food stamps shouldn't be. You're saying, oh, food stamps are, oh, anyone can just go get. But it's not that. People can't just go get food stamps. You have to be allowed to. I'm saying that anybody can be allowed to go get food stamps. But obviously, a significant part of the population isn't going to because there is a good amount that don't need them. But the other problem is, do you understand how many people are struggling paycheck to paycheck who technically can't qualify? They can't qualify for food stamps, but they're still struggling because of a bunch of other stuff they're paying for. Oh, they should just figure it out and figure out how to handle their money better. How about we just allow them to get food stamps anyway? That's what I'm saying, Earl. Like, what? How is that not a straw man argument that you just said? Jay Crispy, what are you talking about? Everybody should be allowed to get food stamps, but obviously people who don't need them aren't going to get them. The problem with how food stamps work now is there's people who it would significantly help them, but they technically don't qualify. You shouldn't have to fucking qualify for food. People who can't afford food should be able to get them. People who are barely able to afford food should also fucking get them. People who are barely able to afford things, it would significantly help people. It would significantly help the poor and middle class if food was free. It would significantly help people. Like, how are you not seeing this? How is that straw man? How the fuck is that a straw man argument? It would significantly help people if food was free. The problem with food stamps now is that people can't get them. We already agreed it would help people who can't afford it. And it would help people who can. It would help people who can afford it. Because you're saying that the system is fine now. You're saying it already is true. People who can't afford food can already get food stamps. Well, what they fucking do? Because there's people who can barely afford food who can't get food stamps because they can barely afford it. Oh, you're good. You're fine. How are you not seeing this? So you agree with me then? So why are we even arguing? You agree with me then? Food stamps should be, everyone should be allowed to get them then. You agree? Pissing me off, Earl. I would like one food stamp, please. Could I get 2 food stamps? You know, and if it became a problem, we could put a limit, right? But you're saying that like we can't give them, Earl. You're saying anyone who needs them should get them. Do we not have enough? Do we not have enough fucking food stamps? Do we not have enough food? Do we not have enough? Like what you're saying this we're gonna run out. We don't. We don't. You don't think that if we put money into it, we could get enough food for people to go and get food? Like there isn't already a bunch of fucking food. You really don't think that we could publicly fund food? You don't think we could do that? We'd run out of food. We'd run out of food. You know, maybe the farm industry would actually have a big boost because now a lot of the tax dollars would be paying for the farm food. Right? Maybe we should make that a public industry. Farm. Fresh farm foods. So that we keep the farmers in business, give them a solid paycheck, and we have consistent food. You know, farms, they regrow food. We're going to run out of fucking food stamps. Sorry, we don't have enough food stamps for you. Sorry, we don't have enough food stamps for you and your starving family. You have just enough money to pay for food. You can get an apple for each of your kids. You have enough money for food. We don't have enough. Shut the hell up, Earl. We don't have enough is such a pathetic argument against what I'm saying. We don't have enough. Sorry. We wouldn't be raising taxes, Earl. I already said this. I never said that we needed to raise taxes. I knew you were going to jump to this at some point, and I already said this earlier. We don't have to raise taxes. We definitely, more than enough, have enough money to fund a public food and food stamps. We have more than enough money to fund food stamps. What do you mean, where will the money come? Earl, so you don't think we have more than enough money? You don't think that there's a significant amount of money that's going to stuff not nearly as important as food? You don't think that there's a significant amount of money that's going into things that we don't need when food is something we do need? You really don't think there's enough? Raising taxes is not necessarily you can do that, right? You can raise taxes on a higher bracket, I guess, if you want to try to pull the Mamdani card, right? Raise taxes on people making over a certain amount of money. There's multiple ways to do it without saying, oh, that's nice. Come on, bro. Why did experience go to the other side of the world? And here's the other thing, Earl, okay? I will admit that some of the things I'm saying are things that I think that we can figure out, not necessarily things that we can do right away. Okay, I will admit that. I have a very optimistic mindset, right? But to think that we can't figure these things out is very, very pessimistic. Okay? To think that we can't figure these things out at all. A concept of I will admit, right? I'm not a very intelligent human being. Okay? Overall, I'm a very ignorant person who doesn't understand a lot of things. Okay? I will admit that, yes, it's a mere concept. But to think that what I'm saying isn't at all a rational possibility, isn't at all like feasible, is a very, very pathetic view to have. Because it is possible. It's rational. And it can be done. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's possible right now. I don't know if it is, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was possible right now. They just don't want to because that would ruin so many things that keep so many people in power. It's that's the thing. I don't know if it's wrong or right. I don't know if it's correct or not, right? But it is definitely possible. It is definitely rational. It's just that so many of these things that I'm saying are going to take a lot of power away from people who don't want to give up their power. Okay? But it's just like and now we're out of space. Why did we come back up? Oh, a lava bucket. Dude, we don't have any iron, bro. Or a water. Yeah, I said water bucket. I just want to have a water bucket. Or I don't think anyone actually really joined in. This I don't think I don't know what the max was, but it was always around like 2 or 3 whenever I looked. Nobody was really joining this anyway. Favor was here for a bit. I never found out what she had to eat. Wolfie was here for a second. We definitely didn't make people want to stay. Dude, I love these conversations, and right, like, these are the conversations. See, you say that I'm tuning out. I'll tune into conversations like this. The problem is people don't know how to listen to ignorance. Like I try to have these conversations with people here at Temple, and it just comes off as stupid, ignorant, arrogant, and it's like, yes, I am. So fucking teach me. Like if I'm so fucking stupid, tell me why. Don't just tell me I'm stupid and then stop listening to me. It's like that's we're pushing stupid people away, and guess where they're going? Guess where the stupid people are going? Who the fuck got voted president? Maybe it's because all these fucking smart fucks keep saying you're too stupid for me, go away. And then they go find someone who says you're not stupid, even though they do think they're stupid. They're just telling them they don't. It's like, dude, smart people are so frustratingly smart. It's like, God. Honestly, it comes down to it's the educated, man. The educated are the ones that are going to make the difference. But they're only going to make the difference if they learn how to tolerate the uneducated. We will get nowhere if we just push people away. What'd you say guilty for? You are guilty of that. Yeah, you do that all the time. Because you're too intelligent for stupid people, Earl. I know. I say that all the time, Earl. It's because it's just a fundamental fact about humans, about society. We'll get places once we start to come together. Okay? We will get places. We just need to start listening, understanding stupidity. Understand this point of view. Don't make people feel stupid. Explain to them why. Like, I think that's one thing that they should teach is when someone says something stupid. Like, let's say someone says something like, vaccines cause autism. Like someone just drops that shit and they genuinely believe it. Don't tell them they're stupid and wrong, right? Don't tell them that. Have them explain it to themselves. And don't patronizingly do it. Don't do it passive aggressively. That doesn't solve anything. Respectfully and honestly ask questions and get down to. And the thing is, you could tell them all the facts in the world, but stupid people who are very hard in their beliefs won't listen to facts. So what you have to do is you have to get them to explain it to themselves. And that's a very important skill. I think intelligent people all have the ability to have, but it's just so frustrating to learn. We should teach it in a class, dude. How to get people to explain themselves. But the other problem with that... Oh, sorry. I saw you said something. But yeah, let me just say that the other problem with that is that that's also a way people manipulate other people. It's a very common form of manipulation, so that can swing on the pendulum. Oh, dude, oh my God, completely. Trump won the presidency simply because people were tired of the politically correct left. People were tired of the woke. People were tired of the politically correct. The you have to say things the right way. You can't say things that are insulting. The you have to be educated. If you're not educated, you're what's wrong with the world. Stupid people are disgusting and dumb and wrong. People got tired of that, and the reality is most of this country is pretty stupid. Okay, even some of the smart people are kind of stupid. So when all the smart people are telling the stupid people you're what's wrong with the world, well then they're going to go to the side that says, you know what, you're fine. You know, the Republicans don't care about stupid people. Yeah, you're fine, dude. Yes, I'm ready to listen. I was waiting for you to say something. But yes, I completely agree. The right won because the left is too arrogant and politically correct to admit that that's why. Oh wait, yeah, let's go. Let me try some. Yeah, we're going step by step. We're going step by step again. Step by step. Ooh, baby, I wanna get to you, girl. Nice. Socratic method, very Socrates. Yeah, you were going each premise, right? That was very Socratic. I didn't know that that was the method of Socrates, but I like that. All right, you go step by step. Yes, right? To get people to, instead of telling people the answer, you get them to tell themselves the answer, right? You go down the ladder, get people to educate themselves by asking questions. The human brain is magnificent. It is so intelligent. Even the dumbest people in the world, their brain, well, maybe not the dumbest people, but some stupid people have brains that are very, very. People who are conspiracy theory people, they have very good brains that are very easily to rationalize. The problem is they just have fallacies along the way. They have misconceptions along the way. They have misunderstandings along the way. I almost fell. I did not think there was lava there. And you just have to get them to see it. You have to get their brain to see it. Because it's like you explain things the way you want to explain them, and it's like that doesn't help them. That's how you understand it. You need to get them to understand it how they understand it. It does to an extent, but that's the skill, Earl. That's the skill, is getting someone who doesn't have good faith, getting someone who is in bad faith to still make the argument against themselves. If they make the argument and then they go, Nah, I don't like that. Then sure, you can't help. You can only help to a certain point. But there is still the ability to get someone who's even arguing in bad faith to still get to saying like what the true answer is. It's not easy though. What? I have to remember not to do that because that's how I lose the water bucket. But I think another thing is don't expect which is kind of what you did. Once you agreed Trump was guilty, you backed off and said, I never agreed Trump was guilty, Earl. That's the fucking problem. I agreed, I completely 100% agreed that it's extremely possible. I never 100% said that I agreed. I was saying that it's also, Earl, you were saying your step-by-step argument. Also, I completely believe Trump is guilty. Don't get me wrong. Like, don't start to spread that I don't think he's a guilty fucking rapist. But you said in your step-by-step thing, you said assuming that all the juries were correct. And I told you, assuming all of them correct. Socrates would never say assuming. And if he did, he would understand that point. You said assuming everything was true. Sure, yeah. Assuming everything is fucking true that they said, yes, he's guilty. But that's assuming everything is true. Sure. Assuming the world is flat, then yeah, I believe the world is flat. Because we're assuming, like, right? If you want to assume things, so it's like, I never said he was guilty. You're just trying to get me to say it. I believe he is. I 100% believe that, but I don't necessarily know. It could have definitely been fabricated to an extent. Like, you're twisting your own argument, dude. We have found no diamonds on this run. That's bad. We just need 3. Honestly, I think we got diamonds from the last run. So we should be fine. Well, they probably did, but Socrates would calmly and respectfully explain how what they said was a loophole, or he would get them to explain it because he was a master at it, right? But also, yeah, probably a lot of the students, but you know what else Socrates said? Everybody's fucking ignorant. Okay? So he taught his students to embrace their ignorance. So the students were arguing in good faith because they assumed they were wrong. Socrates says, assume you're wrong. Assume the other point of view and see if it makes sense. Assume you're wrong. So if you want to get all Socraterical, and his students were following that idea where you assume that you're ignorant. Assume ignorance. Don't run away from it. Embrace it. Because it's inevitable. That's Socrates. So of course his students argued in good faith. But Socrates was a G, dude. He would walk around just saying these things to everybody. Peaceful music. This pickaxe is gonna break, dude. Alright. Just 3 diamonds. Diamond vein comes up. After this, we will get diamonds by the end of this pickaxe. And we will get 3 diamonds in the vein of this mine before this pickaxe breaks. I truly believe that will happen. What'd you say? It's not. I don't know if it's gonna happen. See, I don't believe. I believe. I believe. I believe. I believe. I believe. What's the Polar Express thing? I believe. I believe. I believe. Hold on, Earl. I'm just gonna try to go to this damn the pickaxe a while before it breaks. You know what? I do believe. I do believe. Seeing is believing. Shout out Tom Hanks. Come on. Oh. Oh, is there another one? No. Alright, for example, it's clear you conveyed that you thought Trump is guilty. Makes sense. With Socrates, they noted that as an assumption and moved on. They never kept going back and re-litigating everything. What? What are you trying to get me to agree to? The whole point is you're saying Trump is a bad person, and I'm saying that I don't like to form opinions on people before I meet them. That's the original thing. So what are you trying... It's clear that you conveyed that Trump is guilty. With Socrates, they noted that as an assumption... Well, that's a fallacy. You can't... The conclusion was that you were trying to prove... What was the conclusion of what you're trying to say? Okay, well, yeah, you were saying, assume that all the juries were true and honest. Assume all the juries were, the evidence proved it. Assume all of that. Then you would assume that he's guilty. And then what was the next point after that? So I guess, yeah, I'm disagreeing. I guess the ultimate thing is, what premise do I disagree with? And the premise that I'm saying that I'm assuming, I'm ultimately disagreeing. Socrates wouldn't make an argument based on assumptions, though. He would, but he would understand that it's all an assumption. You know, he would respect the fact that I'm saying, well, yeah, it's still an assumption. A lot of foodies No way, dude. Where'd the other cow go? I think we have to breed them to lock them in. What are you talking about, bro? What are we arguing? You're saying I'm not arguing in good faith. What the fuck is your argument, Earl? Jesus Christ, dude. You're constantly saying bullshit, bro. What are we even arguing, dude? What do you want me to say? Like, I'm trying to just give you what you want me to say. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not even sure. Like, you keep finding things to be angry about. I'm just trying to, like, what is it now? What do you want me to say now? What do I read what I said? And I backpedal once that leads to something you don't like. What did I backpedal on when it was something I didn't like? Like, what, bro? What did I not like? What's the problem now? You can't just backpedal once that leads to something you don't like. What did I not like and what did I backpedal on? I'll use this. Please do. Did I collect both of those? I only heard one. I wanted to hear two. Listen, I'll hear two. See? I only got one there. I guess I should just look at the number. 17, 19, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27, 8. Let's go 30. Did you not say earlier that you were certain Trump was guilty? I mean, it makes sense. Right? Like, why wouldn't he be? Without making any qualification, and you wanted the stream to know it. I mean, like, it's pretty obvious that he's guilty, bro. Right? I'm just saying, okay, is he guilty of sexual assault? Has he ever sexually assaulted a woman? Probably, yes. Has Donald Trump ever sexually, just like every single person in power? It's probably true for a lot of presidents that they've sexually assaulted women. It's just that those women didn't all complain or they were quieted with money. Trump is just too much of a threat to the power, so they had to actually try to get him in trouble. But a lot of the people who were fighting to get him in trouble also do shit like sexual assault and rape and do bullshit illegal things. But they didn't like how Trump was so different from them, so they tried to get him out. Do I agree that he is guilty? I mean, they charged him as guilty, right? They said he was guilty. Yeah, sure, I agree that he was guilty. Right? I think a lot of people are guilty. But I don't know if they're guilty, right? A lot of the people. There's probably a lot of people who are very good politicians who have done illegal things. But we have to point. What's your point? Is that the whole thing? You wanted me to say he was guilty? What now? So you agree he's guilty, so we can move on, correct? Are you serious? When the fuck did we ever relitigate? Earl, they're all fucking guilty. Are you serious? Is that really the whole thing that you've been trying to prove? So you're agreeing he's guilty so we can move on. You just wanted me to say that he's guilty? You just... Yes, dude. Jesus Christ, Earl. Every politician that you praise has probably done something illegal, bro. You want to move on? No, you just want to get me to say what you want. We could have very easily moved on a long time ago, but no, you wanted me to get... You just want to move on. That's not just what you want. You wanted me to say what you wanted to hear. Now we can move on, now that you got what you wanted. Just wanted to move on. I moved on like 5 times. Alright. We have a bunch of sugarcane. I'm gonna go get Okay. Okay. I'm making a pickaxe. I didn't mean to grab the granite. I'm getting obsidian, and I'm making it a table. The obsidian, what's it? Enchantment table. This is all I need. It's all I need. Lava pool, the pool of lava. It's all I need. All I need. It was this way, right? Yeah, it was this way, right? Right? Right. Right. You're bloody well right. You're bloody well right to me. Right. Watch out for any lava that spews. We need... I'm gonna grab 10, because we have 1, and then this will be enough for... a portal. I'm pretty sure that's all the obsidian you need. And a enchantment table. Right. Oh, I just accidentally placed that. Remember when Earl said that he just wanted to move on? He doesn't just want to move on. He wants the answer to his original question. Hold on. I'll finish. You said a lot of things. Let me... After we had agreed on that, it said, okay, so Trump is guilty. Do you think that makes him a bad guy? You're not... That was based on assumption. Juries make the wrong calls. I never met him, so who knows? I agree that he's guilty on the charge. I don't like to form opinions on people before knowing them. Does that mean... Is it hard to not form an opinion on someone who's... So, like, if someone comes up to you... If someone walks in the room... You've never met this person. They seem like a nice guy. Someone goes, you know, that person is convicted of sexual assault. Are you immediately going to say that that's a piece of shit fucking human being who should go fucking die? Are you going to hate that person now? Like, no, dude. I would hope not. Right? I mean, maybe you do, right? Maybe you do. Maybe that's just who you are. I'm telling you the fucking answer, Earl. Pull the fucking stick out of your goddamn ass for 1 second. Jesus Christ. I'm giving you the answer. You're saying, does that make him a bad guy? I'm saying, I'm not going to form an opinion on somebody that I've never met. Which I've already said. Is he probably a bad guy? Yeah. He's some rich dude who has a lot of power, says bullshit things, has been convicted of rape and sexual assault. Is he probably a terrible fucking human being? Yeah, Earl. Do you really fucking need me to say that, Earl? Do you need me to say that out loud? He's probably a human being, but I'm not a bad human being. But I'm not going to form an opinion on someone who I've never met. What are you talking about? After we had agreed on that, I said, okay, so Trump is guilty. Do you think that makes him a bad guy? Did you not say something to the effect, well, that was based on assumptions. Juries make the wrong calls. I never met him, so who knows? I probably did say something to that effect. I'm saying something to that effect right now. Oh my God, or what? I'm saying I've never met the guy. It was based on assumptions that I think he's guilty. I don't know he's guilty. Do I think he's guilty? Everything you think but don't know is based on assumptions. Like, what are we arguing here? Like, what do you want me to say, Earl? I keep trying to give you what you want, and then I say something, and then you drop more. Read the question. No, read it carefully. The question is very specific. Why don't you answer it rather than making up? It's like every time I say something, it causes a new problem. Like, I'm not going to form an opinion on someone that I've never met. For God's sakes. Socratic method. Okay, you're talking about the Socratic method, and I don't have any fucking blocks. Please don't lava. Alright. What about the Socratic method? I almost fell. You're saying, did I not... So what are you asking about the Socratic... read the question. Read my question carefully. In what way, in that fucking thing that you said, did you... I am listening! Every time you say something, I read it. You're acting like we're not talking at the same... Like you're sending things. Don't speak. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Don't tell me cause it hurts. Shout out Gwen Stefani. Don't speak. Why does it turn into a cobble? Is it the Socratic method? Did I not follow the Socratic method? Was I not arguing in good faith? Right? Is that your overall argument? That I'm not arguing in good faith? I think the problem is I'm arguing something else. I don't think we're arguing the same things. Like, dun, 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 dun. Don't tell me cause it hurts. Oh, come on, bro. What? Look at the definition of... Earl. What the fuck is the argument now? Alright? Just say that. What is it now? What is it now? You said you're talking about the Socratic method. Is it that, are you arguing that I'm arguing in bad faith? Is that what you're saying? Just tell me what you're saying. Like, what? It's not, the straw man is very different. Straw man is a logical fallacy where you divert what someone's saying. I think what I'm doing is simply just thinking that the original argument is over. I think that we've already settled whatever argument you're saying, so I go to a different argument, and I go on a tangent. And then you say that I'm like fucking trying to fucking get away from it. What is it that I'm avoiding? Like, what is it now, dude? You're saying that you're talking about the Socratic method. What about the Socratic method? You're saying that it's based on assumptions. What? Like, you're not, like, just fucking say it, dude. You're just such a bullshitter right now. You're just fucking saying shit, bro. You're trolling me, dude. I know you're trolling me because I'm getting way too angry. You gotta be trolling me right now. No, my water. Damn it, bro. Alright, we only need two more. You gotta be trolling me, dude. Just say your argument. Say what the argument is now. Like, am I really avoiding it? Like, what about the Socratic method, dude? Oh, it's a torch. No way it's 15 seconds to mine this. Oh, I didn't mean to mine that either. I need food. The stream is about to end, Earl, so get whatever you need to say out now. The stream is about to end. I'm gonna fill this thing up with water. Okay. I think the argument's over. Now you're just not gonna say your argument, dude. Like, you have to be trolling, Earl. You're trolling, Earl. Like, you're not... You have to be laughing on the other end of this. There's no way that you're being 100% like, come on, dude. Like, what's your argument, dude? Just say it. Just say it. What's your argument? What am I straw manning away from? You said, I'm not even talking about Trump. I'm talking about the Socratic method. And then you said, just listen for a minute. Don't speak. And you didn't say anything after that. Then you responded to something I said. What is the thing that I was supposed to be listening to? You never said anything after that. What am I missing? Oh, it's 2 diamonds. Oh, and a book. Yeah, we have enough for a book. That's a new second diamond. Wait, is it? It's 4 obsidian, moron. Man, I gotta go get more obsidian. Alright. Oh, for God's sakes. Okay, I'm gonna cut these down. Dun, dun, dun. You still have time, Earl. Don't pull no bullshit. I'll quit while we're ahead to make it seem like you won the argument. You know what? Let's just quit while we're ahead. You know, I think I've explained enough. Okay, here we go. You agreed multiple times that we were in agreement he was guilty. Okay, with no qualifications. But then when I tried to build on that, so what do you build? So what's your build? What do you mean? What is your build then? What are you trying to build on? What is this thing you're saying that you're building on? Well, that was based on okay. Yeah. Quotes, whatever. What is this thing you're building then? What's the next thing? You're saying whenever I tried to build on that, what is the next thing then? What are you trying to build on? What do you mean that was your whole point? When did you try to build past it? What's this thing that you're trying to build past? What? You're saying that whenever you tried to build on it, I backtracked on his guilt. What did you try to build on that I then backtracked? What is the next thing in your argument? I thought your argument was that he's a bad guy. Isn't that the next thing you said? And then I said that that's different because I've never met him and I don't form opinions on who people are without meeting them. What was the thing that you were trying to get to that was besides he was a bad guy? What was the other thing that you tried to build on that I backtracked on? Like I don't even. I think that we're getting to where the confusion is. All right, I'm also gonna get rid of these and. Yeah, go like that. All right. All right, we need to have a dedicated tree farm somewhere. All right, where should the tree farm go? I said he was a bad guy, and you said something. Yes, because bad guy is a different argument, Earl. Oh my God, you're going back to, yes, I do remember the one fucking thing time I said that, where wasn't I only saying he was guilty based on assumptions? Yes, okay, I did say that at some point. I remember saying that. Okay, that's really what you've been leaning on this entire fucking time, that one thing that I said? Where I said, oh, I was only guilty based on assumptions, which it was. That's the whole thing that you've been fucking bitching about this whole time. Because that one thing when I said, because we did, right? We started off by saying, assuming that the juries were true, he was guilty. And then you backtracked off of that. No more assuming the guilties. Then you just said, okay, do you think that he's guilty? Then you just asked me my honest opinion. You said, forget about assuming they're right. Forget about that, right? Right? Yeah, well, someone could still argue that the jury, they don't trust the juries. It's very conspiratorial, you know, I'm not going to go there. I'm just saying, the whole fucking point that I was saying, Earl, was that you shouldn't ignore your ignorance. You're assuming that the juries are true. What? The whole point of what I'm saying is you shouldn't ignore your ignorance. You're assuming the juries are true when they might not be. And you could be ignorant on that. You don't know. You're assuming that you're not ignorant on the situation. You weren't there. You weren't in the courtroom. Okay? You're assuming you're not ignorant. That's the only thing I was saying, is that to not assume that you're not ignorant. That's all I was trying to say back then. And then somehow it evolved into you trying to... Okay, the point of saying, well, I only said he was guilty based on assumptions is because we're assuming all these things because we're assuming we're not ignorant on it, right? Okay, it's like... So if you can't agree to anything because we are ignorant, I'm not saying we're ignorant. I'm saying it's possible we're ignorant. Stop, like, you're changing my words, dude. This is the fucking straw man bullshit. You're changing the argument. I'm saying that it's possible that you're ignorant. It's always a possibility. You can't ignore ignorance. And something Socrates taught his students was to assume ignorance. Assume the ignorant point of view. Assume that you don't know what you think you know. Right? Assume the ignorant point of view and try to get to that deduction and see if it leads to the same conclusion, because then it doesn't matter, right? Assume the ignorant point of view. That's something that he taught his students. The Socratic method will work. The Socratic method is taking us. It's yes, dude. You can use assumptions in the Socratic method. The point of the Socratic method is to also use the ignorant argument. The Socratic method is taking both the ignorant argument. It's rationalizing. Yes, it's using a priori things. Right? But the problem with the whole using the Socratic method on what you're saying is that a lot of people might disagree with your first premise, that the juries are all correct and nothing happened. Oh, or what? You have to make a decision assumption and move on. You don't. The point is, the first premise you said that all the juries are correct, let's assume that. A lot of people can disagree with that. But I don't care about that. I don't care if the juries were right, because you're talking about a fucking figurehead. And then this goes back to the entire beginning of everything I'm saying. Stop fucking playing into the bullshit game where you talk about Donald Trump. He does nothing. He's a media manipulator. He does nothing. Everyone that's doing the things that you hate about Donald Trump are behind the scenes and you've never heard of them. And stop acting like he's the big guy that does everything. He's a fucking figurehead and you're falling into the media manipulation that he's been playing for 20 years, dude. All right? Give up on this bullshit, bro. A filibuster. It's not a debate because we don't. You're giving this. What's the debate then? You're trying to debate that Trump is guilty. I don't care. He's been convicted that he's guilty. Sure, he's a fucking rapist. Is that what you want me to agree to? Like, Socratic method is a debate, and the thing you're trying to debate. We already did the Socratic method on the thing you're doing. Okay, and a lot of people might disagree with the first premise that you said. I'm not going to disagree with it because it's not going to get us anywhere. It's not worth it to disagree with that. Figure it out for myself. You want me to figure out that he's a terrible human being for myself. I don't want to go. You want me to say he's a bad person. You want me to say he's a terrible fucking human being. The problem is that I need to meet him first before I form the opinion. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? You want me to say that he's a rapist? What do you want me to say? Like, you just want me to fucking say things. And I'm just trying to... You want me to say that this isn't a game. You want me to say that Donald Trump isn't just a media manipulator and he's actually making all the decisions for America. He's making all the decisions in the world. It's about having an intelligent conversation. Are we not having an intelligent conversation? I feel like we're not. Yeah, I don't think we are at all, actually. And I feel like you have. I've said some things that you've said, like, all right, yeah. And you've said some things that I'm like, all right, yeah. But it's like, We're arguing the same thing, dude. Tired of it. Where does the tree farm go? Yeah, well, that's been happening for decades, dude. It's been happening since the 80s. Ever since they started doing this race war, culture war bullshit from the 80s. It all started back then. Ever since the Vietnam kids stood up for what they believed in, they tried to silence everybody. They silenced all the educated people by using the uneducated people. And they essentially pinned the uneducated against the educated because they were like, look at all these educated people who think they're better than you. And then all the uneducated people were like, yeah, fuck them. And then all the educated people were like, hey, fuck you. You're not educated. And then it turned into a bunch of bullshit. And then all the people just sat and watched. All the people who orchestrated it. I did not ever take debate class. Debate class is a sport. Debating is not about proving you're wrong. It's the sport of debate is much different than actually having an argument. The sport of debate is about bringing up points. Like Charlie Kirk was very good at debating, the sport of debate, you know? I don't like having the trees there because then all the saplings fall in the water. Where should I put the trees? The trees will go over here. That's fine. Fuck the rest of them. Alright, there it is. World 28. What does a green college kid mean? Yeah, no, he debated some legit people, and he wasn't always right. It just all the fucking propaganda online made it was always like, oh, he's Charlie Kirk's always wrong or Charlie Kirk is always right. It's like sometimes he had good points, sometimes he didn't. I agree with some of his points. I don't agree with a lot of them. I didn't agree with a lot of them. Past tense. You know, he was a very good debater. He was at the sport of debate. Okay, there's a big difference between the sport of debate and an actual argument. That's it. That's part 40. He still made good points. It's just that they would make more good points. What is this? Part 46. Thank you, Earl. Part 46. That's it. It's over. Solid part. A lot of brain stimulating arguments. So long.